be out here running late?
Yeah.
Okay. It's unlocked, so he should know. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, we want to start by giving all honor, all praise, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Chakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the for elect, scattered about across the four winds of the earth. And hey, this is going to be more prophecy unfolding.
That's right.
This will be a part 2 because I believe last week we was going into the same topic, same title. Just carry on, from last week. And basically shit just got more spicier since the last you've seen us. All right.
Vocals are good too.
Pretty much they went through with it. And from what I understand, they was still in the midst of their negotiations when they started to strike. So they didn't even get to really reach nothing. And while they were still negotiating, Israel said, "Fuck it, we finna do it. Let's just do it right now."
Good play.
They wasn't finna wait on Babylon. They was just gonna just do it. All right, and they know how much control they have over Babylon in this current administration.
Yep.
All right, so pretty much, if you also look at some of the reports, they were saying that they was about to, on the Iranian side, they were going to agree to stop stockpiling to a certain amount of.
Baba Kashai, yeah. So underneath the INF, the treaty, I believe they broke it really in like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
America pulled out first, right?
Yeah, Trump did under the first administration.
Exactly. But then Iran pulled out ultimately because the U.S. pulled out. It disannulled the agreement, though it was still in effect.
Yeah.
After that, you had the START Treaty, which just ended February 5th, right? And that was the last nuclear treaty in place, basically to say, okay, this is the amount of ICBMs that we have to stay under. This is the amount of uranium-235 that we can't produce.
Right.
But the thing is about that uranium-235, it's when you mine uranium, which that's what Iran is trying to do right now. They had their nuclear, their nuclear reactors, basically. They were bombed by the U.S.
Yep.
So the process of uranium, when it is mined, about 7% of it is actually a uranium-235 isotope, which that's the isotope that actually creates the bomb. So in terms of nuclear capabilities, they're trying to get that uranium-235 percentage to over 60%. Really at 90%, that's when they think it's a global threat. So that's what we're in the process of seeing right now.
Right. Yeah, so they said that they was considering to an agreement to stop at a certain level.
Yep.
And right as they was getting ready to do that, they said, fuck all that.
Yep.
And they just proceeded to bomb them.
It's what you try to talk about not fighting, and then the nigga just swings to try to sucker punch you.
Yep.
That's the equivalent right there.
Yep. And now you're starting to figure out, now you're starting to see why this devil can never be trusted.
Yep.
You can never trust them, no matter, there's no such thing as negotiating with them.
No.
It's either their way or it's violence.
That's right.
That's it.
Trump pulled out those deals because he says it's not a good deal for us.
Exactly.
When our main, I know you got some, but when our main tool, or main thing that we have is our might, is our strength, is our military. So we want to be able to, if we can't flex that, what's good on we? We got all this money pouring into military, but we don't get we just fly around and do airplane shows. Fuck no, let's bomb somebody. Let's put the fear back in the planet.
Because it's sword to use.
Yep.
You got it, Z.
Revelation 8:13.
Yep.
And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, "Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpets of the three angels which are yet to sound."
Now, beautiful part about that scripture, go to the one in 11, is it 11:14? Go to that one as well. It's in there twice.
I'm right there.
Yeah, whoever got it.
There's Revelation 11 and 14.
I think it's 1 and 9 too.
Yeah, but that's whoa, whoa, the first one.
Yeah.
That's World War II. But we're talking about 3. You got it, brother.
There's Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And why is the third woe so important? Because this is what takes down the Edomites out of their power structure. They're thinking this is a power move of them establishing their dominance in the earth. This is when we get, somebody get Jeremiah. Somebody, Jeremiah 3:1.
And also,
I'm sure I'm home.
we're still in the rumors of war phase.
Yep.
It has not kicked off until the third woe officially yet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You'll know we in the third woe when all these other countries finally join in.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the
Yep.
ground, man. When they finally start to pile up over there in that barren
Straight.
desert,
Mhm.
all right, between the hindermost sea and the utmost sea, all right. You're gonna you all these other armies, they're gonna get involved at some point.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna sit back and just watch Iran just get stumped out, you know, by the great horde.
Right.
All right. So
You got beef with it.
we're gonna be looking for a response from the same nations that Ezekiel prophesied about in the 38th chapter.
Yep.
Our God, all right, he's supposed to, which is the Russians, they're supposed to be a guard unto him.
Yep.
So something's gonna happen where this is gonna escalate further
Yep.
past just it being geopolitical. And then, you know, Russia's gonna have to, you know what, we gotta step in, you know?
The point, it's going to get to the point economically where these nations are going to have to step in eventually, because one key component is that Strait of Hormuz,
Yeah,
where if that's blocked off or is you know,
You can't get nothing
you
in that
can't
region.
get those millions of barrels of oil in and out of there, that's gonna
it's gonna fuck with the global economy.
right.
Hey, and that's your war to move your to power your missiles and your tankers, your tanks.
Yeah,
All of your stuff goes off of that oil.
right,
Gasoline or oil need those barrels to get it in there. How you gonna move it around?
right. And then these countries, go ahead.
But you see, that's why they have to make that move in Venezuela,
Mm-hmm.
so they can get their oil over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
See?
But
Great move.
Esau's such a nigger.
Yep.
You know, the Venezuela's oil is supposed to be, you supposed to have cheap gas and shit.
Yeah,
but,
you know,
but no, Esau a nigger, so he's we're not gonna give it to, you know, the American people to have cheap
Right.
gas. We just gonna covet it. We just
Yeah.
gonna hold it to ourselves and blame Iran because they closed the Strait of
They're
Hormuz.
gonna privatize it more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, we already know what to play. Yeah, we should be down to $1.50 a gallon at least. You know?
2000.
You know, shit, they're $4 still.
You see, they gave their first batch to Israel.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
They get first dibs.
You get everything off the top.
All the nations and even the people here in Babylon are beginning to connect the dots with Israel being
Yep.
the common denominator in all of this.
Yep.
You know, it's like America and Israel did a strike on Iran. You know, you can't say anything about Israel. You can't say anything about these people. You're going to be, you're going to be monitored by the FBI.
Thank you.
You know, everyone is paying attention to the key factor in this, and that's Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes
Real quick, I want to add to what you said real quick. What is Epstein? He's one of them. So you think you ain't noticed the trend that these people can't go down?
Right.
Like, not that they can't, but like no one's gonna take them down. I'm talking about the U.S. and nobody's gonna take them down.
Right.
The West won't take them down. Okay, because they know they're moving on their behalf.
Right.
You know, so when you libtards and then fucking what was the other one? It's the donkey and the elephant.
Yeah.
Both of y'all need to realize this ain't for you.
Right.
This was always their land, and I'll have that too. And they're gonna use it as they will with U.S. collateral, and they don't care.
Yeah, everybody that's involved in this, and Trump basically came out and said it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's gonna be some casualties. There's
Yep.
gonna be death. So he's saying that it's gonna on both sides. There's gonna be a lot of pawns that's gonna be used in this operation.
Yeah.
So prepared, for deaths, and that's why Iran, they got graves dug,
Yep.
Yeah.
for soldiers,
Mass graves.
mass
Yeah.
graves.
Yeah.
So nobody wins, and that's why you got a lot of Americans. They're not happy about this, because this is gonna very well get dragged out.
Yeah.
Because how long were we in Afghanistan? How long were we in Iraq? If you wasn't if you had to be in those regions for that long, you wasn't being successful.
You weren't winning.
You're gonna have a lot of soldiers that may go AWOL
Yeah,
because they not with what's going on.
yeah.
You know.
Because they're fighting. They're not fighting for the general interest of the people.
Right.
This is clearly for them rats over there.
Yeah.
So the people here, they're figuring that out. Yeah, one of y'all sent the formal colonel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan,
He got kicked out. Yep.
yeah, they kicked him out because he was basically saying like, man,
This is
they're not
a
good
death
allies.
cult. They're
This is-
a death
this-
cult.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
death cult. What are we fighting for them for?
Yep.
So they kicked them out.
Yeah, I'm looking at Twitter right now. Tel Aviv getting fucked up.
Hey, good.
Yeah, Iran hitting back.
Yeah, they already exposed that Iron Dome last year.
Yeah, that's no real.
This is why this time they needed more American presence over there.
Yeah.
But I'll grab this one since I got it.
Oh,
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon in his purposes.
You gotta associate Babylon with America.
Yeah,
Okay, in prophetic times. That's what it's talking about. You got
It said that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. So this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Hey man, prophecy is undefeated.
That's right.
That's why it says in Isaiah 34, for no one of these shall fail and none shall want her mate.
Yep.
All right, because these prophecies are unfolding, man. This is how you know that the prophets, they didn't speak by the will of man.
Thank you.
They were moved by the Holy Spirit and wrote these things down, man. So they're active today. It's happening. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
So also, when it's saying it's like that he had purposed against the land of the Chaldeans,
Yeah.
and we go back to Isaiah 47, and it speaks about all that witchcraft that they do here, man. From the top banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, DuPonts, Getty, so forth and so on. Hey, they picked up those straight customs from the Canaanites, and they increased it exponentially here.
That's why I brought up Epstein, because that's the center of it. That black magic that they doing with the children, the blood of the children.
Yeah, and they're trying to get the public to finally
Just add another
veer
layer
away
onto-
from it.
Yeah.
And now, oh shit, now we got to worry about another war. Damn, So now the focus is no longer on the files now.
Mm-hmm.
But some people are calling this operation because what is it called? Operation Fury, Operation something Fury, Epic Fury,
Oh,
or
Epic
something
Fury.
like that.
Yeah, Epic Fury is this one.
But some people are saying this is Operation Epstein, Operation Epstein Fury.
This right
Because
now.
now the talk of that was starting to get too loud.
Mm-hmm.
The focus was primarily on that, because you devils, it's your time to get revealed, that shameful spewing. But now you're full fledged in it now, and so now people are starting to be distracted a bit, and I'm hoping that post last week. I'm hoping that it wasn't a bluff when they was basically saying that if y'all attack us,
Yeah, 10 to 15 day period.
we're gonna release those tapes. We got our hands on those tapes of Trump
Yeah.
abusing little children.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that wasn't a fucking deep fake,
Yeah, I want that. I
a
need
pump
it to be
fake.
real.
Man. I hope they do got something.
Man, release that shit.
You know?
It's gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now that you put the spotlight on it.
Yeah. You gonna have people dissecting it like, no, this is not AI.
Yep.
This is real.
Yep.
Yeah.
That could really turn him into an ultimate, fierce king.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I really put his foot down,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yep.
exactly.
You look,
It'll
because you go
be-
back to those Roman,
Yeah.
Roman Caesars though, and the stuff that they were in, that whole empire was known to be into. It's the same shit.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Talk about having a boyfriend harlot and all of that. Man, this is the same stuff. This is what they were into, and far worse.
Mhm. Yeah, this devil, he's gonna get more and more bold. Basically they don't care anymore. That's just their attitude right now. See, when they struck over there in Iran, they wasn't giving a shit that they were striking elementary schools and shit like that.
Exactly.
It's at an elementary school, an all-girl elementary school got hit, and like 20-something students and teachers were killed.
Yeah.
So while Iran is retaliating by hitting, bases
Strategic points.
and strategic points, they're like, no,
No,
we
just bombing
we're gonna
everybody.
do dirty like we always been known to do. Let's just hit where civilians are.
They hit the population to turn the citizens against the government,
Pretty much.
you know? Because they're gonna be asking the Iranian leadership
To surrender.
to surrender. They're just, that's what these devils do, man. They drop bombs, missiles on civilians every day.
Mhm.
Over there in Lebanon, in Syria, that hasn't stopped.
Yeah, bombs are way different than a gun going off.
Mm-hmm.
A bomb, man, it brings out your worst. It's the worst kind of terror you can actually experience, man. You know? I mean, I felt the bomb go off when I was over there, man. When I was young and dumb, and serving this devil, man. And the actual base that I was at, that shit blown up today, man. Out there in Kuwait.
Yep.
My Iranians blew that shit up, man.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm grateful that Yahweh Chanel Shah pulled me out, of the mindset of serving Esau, man. Now I'm serving, the true power, man. Man.
Call a lawyer.
Yeah.
Anybody got something?
Yeah,
I had Joel 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had two.
somebody
Go
bring
ahead,
that
go
up.
ahead.
Somebody bring that up real quick.
I got Joel 3 and 9.
Let's start at 1.
31. Okay, I'll jump down.
Because that's what the brother just brought up. It's the Lord that's purposing this.
Oh, can I read this?
Yeah,
real
you
quick?
got it.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 13:4. It says, like the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yeah, he's bringing all this together.
Yeah.
He like the elder brothers do the algorithm videos. This is the algorithm that's coming together to paint the big picture. The big picture is you're gonna read it in Joel that the children of Israel get free, and this man goes down.
It was strategic. The apostles were going into this today. Just strategic how they did it on the weekend
Yep.
because the stock market would
Yep.
plummet. And they did it during the weekdays.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's strategic on Esau's part and manipulative and on Trump's part because his whole thing is the economy is flowing good and like that's war. A lot of war tears economies apart.
Yep.
Because it was going to say in the scripture that everyone going to put all their resources
To the military.
towards the military war.
Yeah, and I think also
You got one?
the fact that they chose to do it today, which is basically on the eve of March 1st. We know that March goes back to Mars, which is the god of war.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to be a planet alignment as well.
Yep.
And that's dealing with Esau's stargazers and prognosticators.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Since they feel
part
they
of
got the power on
part of the
the
enchantment
left hand
to
side.
get
Yep.
that left hand power and start this up. So it's gonna be, sacrifices, that's the casualties, sacrifices. So this devil, he's hey, at this point, because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning that follows, he gotta go all out.
You do.
Right.
He gotta go all out,
Spare no arrows.
You gotta go all out, man.
Okay, I get Joel 3 and 1 out there. Behold, in those days.
I'll go back after.
Okay.
Behold, in those days, excuse me, yeah, behold, in those days,
After you read 9.
and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
Basically, turning away. The Lord is turning away the captivity from us and putting it on our enemies, on the other nations.
I will gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahushua.
Yep, and that's where you know, Middle East, that Persian Gulf area, and Persia, Iran, is that linchpin of World War III, Battle Armageddon, and the total destruction of America via nuclear missiles. Right? Yep.
It was on the news, they keep showing the maps
Yep.
where all the military buildup is at.
Yeah.
It's all surrounding that area that the scripture is pointing to.
Mhm.
So once again,
Can't make it up.
prophecy, hey, you can't make it up, man. Prophecy unfolded. All right, you got it.
And I will plead with them for my people.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Why is it that area? Why is that map such an important part of what's going on in the world? Because that's the garden where the garden was originated from, where Adam was placed at.
It is.
That's the beginning of the world right there. And whoever, the creator of life, I think they also call it. If you control that area, you control the earth. You're given that area. That's why the land of Israel is a key spot in there.
Yeah. They said map makers back in the day. That's
It's to be the middle.
the middle of where they would start.
Mm-hmm. Because that, and this and understand, I just want to bring that to the importance of these maps and why they're fighting over that region. Because it's the most luscious, most enriched area in the world, and the most spiritual. It has the energy there.
Surrounded by all them bodies of water,
Yep.
mighty
Cut
rivers,
through, it's like a marble
trade
stick.
routes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's tender.
It's ironic because you referred to that's the beginning, and it's actually going to be the end.
Yep.
Of this
Full
man's
circle.
kingdom. Yeah, full
That's how the
circle.
Most High works. Yep.
Okay, it says, I will plead. I'll start again at the middle. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations.
This is why. Yeah, you got it.
It's like basically plead means judge.
Yeah.
So the Lord's gonna judge these nations. Basically, these nations gonna kill off each other. And outside is gonna come finish them off. You know?
Not completely, but
But for our sake,
exactly. There you go.
the Lord is basically having them fight each other to lose their grip on us.
Yep. Exactly. No one's gonna have. If you blows all your fingers off, you can't. Using that as an analogy.
Yeah.
If you let you blow each other's fingers off, you can't grip the children of Israel no longer. Because this is why you Negro, Latino, Native Americans should be rejoicing about this. Like y'all should be popping popcorn and like paying your internet bill just to keep lined up on what's going on.
Right.
So you can watch this unfold, man. This is you getting out of the ghetto. This is your reparations. This is the freeing of the slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation. This is the real release from prison. Okay, this is what it really happens. This is where we get rid of all of this madness. Now, niggas, you owe niggas money on the way out. You know, you talk about getting out of prison. You owe some cigarettes over here. You owe honey buns and shit over there. Yeah, because you ain't right. You wasn't, you know, most of you wasn't right getting out of here. So most of y'all gotta get that prison fight on the way out.
This is good news, right?
But it's the good news, because when you come back, which we know reincarnation is a major staple in this thing. Once you come back, man, you ain't gotta worry about this oppression no more. The elect got you, baby. Okay? So I'm just saying it this way so you understand. This is us getting out of this. All Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, even if ISIS got you, when you saw this on the ticker tape or whatever go on, you should be the cut me off, man. You know, finish me. Who cares? This is the end of this thing.
Yeah.
All right. Now this is still the beginning of the end of it. It ain't it. We still gotta wait on the mandatory implant before this is really over. But this is, if this don't build your faith.
Hopefully that comes on the back of the global economic collapse.
Yep.
Because that's what this is more than likely going to lead to.
Yep.
You know, maybe this whole overall operation is for the purpose of breaking down the global economy.
Mm-hmm.
Shut down the Straits of Hormuz, watch everything go up, you know, and then eventually collapse this bitch, and then they actually roll it out.
Cause a famine, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep.
But you people, man, you think your cash and your EBT and all that's gonna work? It ain't. It ain't gonna work. You know, and even for us to understand, it ain't gonna be easy to get this silver off. You know, it ain't gonna be easy to get. It's gonna cost. It's gonna. But we have the know-how to figure out how to get it done, and the Mother Spirit gonna guide us the rest of the way. But just saying, like, the time we're coming into is gonna be one of the most difficult times. I don't want to jump from what we're talking about with this war, but I just want to bring up the significance of this war and what it's leading to, and how much prophecy is speaking just by this one event going on. And you before you finish reading, he brought up the least of the flock should draw them out. We know that the least of the flock is the small hat over there.
Right. BB,
Yep.
he pretty much got his whole forearm of Trump's
Yep.
ass
Yep.
and using him as a puppet.
Yep.
All right, using him to basically do their dirty work. You know, and scriptures say, you know, trouble not by the way of a bold fellow.
Yep.
You know, because he's gonna pretty much crash out, and then you're gonna end up perishing with him through his follies. You know, he's an ultimate crash out. They really want to basically eradicate the Iranian regime, but they know that this is not an easy task. They can't do it by themselves, so they need the help of Babylon. But see, now Iran can't fight Israel and Babylon on their own. This is where Russia and China and all them, the BRICS countries come in. So I don't know how long they're gonna let Iran fight them off like this. But right now they fighting back.
It's a 2-on-1.
But it's not going in their favor right now. They lost their leader. They lost some more generals. They getting hit. Their civilians are getting killed. So it's like, y'all, they're gonna have to step up, and then their allies are gonna have to step up to the plate. You know, Lebanon, Hezbollah, you know, Yemen, they want to step in. You know.
Yeah, because you know, what's the point of them doing all these joint drills and all this stuff over the years if they're not gonna, you know, come to Iran's aid? They give them all kind of missiles and missile defense systems. They aided them, but when, you know, for you to help me out and go into action, you know, we know of course prophecy has to take place.
Oh, right.
But you know, someone's gonna come to their aid. They have to eventually. You know, so you know, we just waiting for prophecy to unfold.
Yeah, that whole spirit of you know, who shall make war with the beast.
Yeah.
You know, who shall be able to make war with the beast? That mentality, that gotta die. Or else the whore, she gonna continue to hammer the earth. She gonna continue to shake kingdoms. You know, and that's why ultimately it was that Obadiah, where it basically says ambassador is sent to to all nations to rise up against her in battle, against Edom. It's gonna take basically all y'all to form a coalition of nations, which when you read Jeremiah 50:51, it's literally telling you that the nations are gonna have to gang up, you know, with their nuclear weapons, and that's the only equalizer, so to speak, to stop this whore, or else she's just gonna continue to dominate.
The whore is the problem.
Yeah,
that's why she gotta go.
Her and the fucking rats.
The rats are the mind of it, but the whore is the problem. Everybody would have ran through them rats already. If it wasn't for the whore.
She's keeping them protected.
I want to read that if I can real quick in Obadiah 1. Obadiah 1:1, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God Yahweh concerning Edom. Right? And this is proving who Edom is.
Somebody get the chat GPT.
It says, we have heard a rumor.
Explanation of those first two verses.
Okay.
Yep. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, let us rise up against her in battle.
Yep.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen; thou art greatly despised.
Yep.
Yeah, the apostle Tahar would put what would Great Millstone say that is?
Mhm.
And then you gonna get the truth.
Right.
We know who that is. They're
Yep.
proving who it is.
Yep.
That's the beautiful thing about prophecy. In this time right now, we don't have to explain it no more. We can go look.
Mhm.
This is the scripture that's going on right now. Go look. And everybody, you should fall right into place.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Job 9:24.
Mm-hmm. Give it to him. If not, then who is it? Yeah. If this ain't them, if this ain't Edom,
Right.
baby, if this ain't the damn devil and Satan, who is? The serpent, who is?
The hammer of the earth.
If this ain't the hammer of the earth, if this ain't the whore of Babylon the Great, like who is it? It's Japheth. Shut up. You know what I mean? People just say stuff, don't think about what they're saying.
Want me to read that for you, Quasi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
This is, like I said, Acts chapter. Can you explain the first two verses in Obadiah? It says, verse 1, the vision from Obadiah, God announces his message about Edom. A report has gone out among the nations, calling them to rise up and go to battle against Edom. Verse 2 summary, God declares, and it's going to break it down further down. God declares that he will make Edom small among the nations and deeply despised. What it means, a divine warning through a prophet. Obadiah is delivering a vision from God, not his own opinion. The message is directed at Edom, a nation descended from Esau, Jacob's brother. The report among the nations means God is stirring up other nations to act against Edom.
Mm.
It's like a global call to judgment.
Yeah.
God is orchestrating events, not just predicting them. This reflects a key biblical idea. God can use nations to carry out his purpose.
You gotta add Joel 3 into that chat, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You should add that into it.
And see, right now,
3
the way Esau is
19.
moving
19.
is getting the pot stirred, even further.
You can find the verse.
And these nations, everybody got their eye on what Babylon is doing, what Amalek is doing, and what Babylon, under the control of Esau, is doing. They're all going to conclude they're the problem with why the world is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
We got to come together aggressively. Can't be passive because they don't respect, diplomacy. They don't respect anybody's diplomacy. All right, they're straight up unilateral with it. It's whatever we say, like it says in Isaiah 47, I am and none else. That's how they roll it. The Don Road doctrine, we finna take over the whole Western Hemisphere. All that belong to us, all the resources. And then on that side, yeah, we gonna arrange some stuff too. So the nations, they just sit back and let it happen. Then eventually, the devil gonna have control over it. Shit, I mean, he have enough control as is.
Yeah, because also they in countries like Turkey, they already recognize and know that if they're successful in overthrowing Iran, they're next.
Yep.
So it doesn't end with Iran.
Yep.
This takeover is worldwide. So they're always going to be looking for that next enemy,
Yep.
the next land and people they want to conquer.
Yep.
You know?
They already handled Syria.
Mm-hmm.
They already
Venezuela.
well, I'm talking about on that side of the
Oh.
world. They done handled this Syria already. Lebanon, which I mean, Lebanon, they can, they're not completely down or through like that, and it'll be interesting to see what they do next. But Syria, Iraq, like basically all those other countries, you know, of course, Palestine, Gaza, they've been having their way with those regions. So they're working on Iran right now. You know they're gonna be eyeing Turkey. Because Turkey, that's the entryway between shit, Asia, Europe, and then going back down into the Levant.
Turkey's huge.
Yeah.
And you know, they always like to make these left and right. You know, we don't believe in that, but the the liberals want this and all of this trash. Aren't these all the same nations that Hillary Clinton was talking about? Like, anybody forgot about that plan that she was talking about under Obama? It might have been her husband in office so long ago this plan's been in effect. Okay? This is all part of the same thing. If you still think it's two different sides, or we didn't vote for this, you're done for voting. This place is about this devil's about getting his agenda pushed, and he'll use cohorts on both sides to control you simple ass people.
Yep, keep you under that illusion.
Yeah, so now you're mad, but then the other people are mad. You guys are stupid. This is how it goes.
Ultimately, it's the plan that Heavenly Father. So
There you go.
you can't throw off the plans of the Lord, man.
Exactly.
His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You know? Yeah, man. And hey, I'm glad Trump is carrying this out.
We said it. He's the man.
Speed,
I love this guy.
speed it up, man.
God speed to this guy.
Yeah, yeah, man.
I'm praying for him. Keep it up, man. You're doing a bang up
I
job.
think Trump's health is deteriorating too.
Yeah.
So he, you know, like the scripture say, the devil know he had but a short time.
Yeah.
So he's trying to, you know, get shit moving, get the ball rolling. Cause he may not see.
Yeah, the end of this.
2020 was it 2026?
Yep.
He may not see 2028.
Yep.
You know the way things is going in his health and you know being a president and when you got to move and
They might download this nigga's consciousness for presidency in 2020.
pretty they make it's not out the realm of possibility for them to have a Trump double.
Right, a Trump AI.
Yeah.
This he only,
shit,
you know,
Biden had
they
a
did
double.
Biden. Yeah, I was say Biden was 6'3" and shit. Did his presidency.
Right. Yeah, man.
Well,
I was reading the chapter.
Yeah,
You
it's
continue reading.
still got more.
It says Edom coming humiliation. Verse 2. God says Edom will become small among the nations, politically weakened, no longer powerful, greatly despised, looked down on, and rejected.
and this is what's coming out because as much as they want to separate the two, this has, I've said it just a moment ago, this has everything to do with what Epstein and all of that has to do with everything. It ain't just Hollywood.
See, whatever bit of respect or influence that you did have
Yep.
with this whole bombshell with the Epstein shit,
Mm-hmm.
you lost the remaining
Yep.
respect that you may have had
He
among the nations.
ain't draining the swamp.
Yeah. That's why I got that Isaiah 32:5 in the NLT. It says, "In that day, ungodly fools will not be heroes, scoundrels will not be respected." You know, so they're losing their respect and they're becoming more insignificant by the minute. You know, and that's part of the Lord also, like it says in Nahum. I will lift up thy skirts and show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. Yeah. Yeah, man. So you're losing a lot of respect. And now with this latest move with Iran, these they're not championing you on these nations.
Yep.
You know, and I would hate for them to, you know, ceasefire.
Yeah.
No, don't do that, man.
Ain't no ceasefire right
Cut
now.
that
Right?
out.
That's not that. That's out.
Yeah, because Israel's going to start running out of
Missile defense.
the defense missiles. Those get saturated and they can't be replenished like you would a magazine of bullets.
Yeah.
Those cost millions of dollars and it takes years to replenish hundreds of those things, man.
And you gotta know, their strategy hasn't been to build up their military, because they had America's military.
Right.
That's what he's calling on. Yeah, we got some stuff over here just in case, but really, we want America to come fight whatever issue we got.
Yeah.
So they ain't built theirs up, so theirs is kind of weak.
We saw the Iron Dome and shit from the
That
last
ain't
one.
shit, bro. But they didn't think anybody, they didn't have to have it strong, because they didn't think anybody would have the balls to go up against them.
Yeah.
But did we bring up what China said? Okay, China, where you at?
Yeah.
Time to make a move. You said any attack on Iran is going to be, it wasn't that them that said that? Would be considered a attack on them a week or so ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was them. I was looking for it this morning, but this was flooding the news. I couldn't get nothing in. We couldn't find nothing.
It could happen that China is gonna keep sending military aid to Iran. And all it's gonna take is one of those planes to go down,
Yeah.
one of those ships to get hit,
Yeah.
and they gotta respond.
Now remember, this is a birth pain. This
Yeah.
is contraction.
Yep.
Be the second Ezra 16th chapter. You know, the Lord described, these wars and rumors of wars is going on as being contractions to the baby is born. Basically, the baby represents, total and the destruction of America, Yahweh Shah coming back,
And delivering Israel,
Exactly.
the baby.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna be a buildup.
Yeah.
That's all this is all leading to something.
Yeah, this ain't, you Americans ain't gonna get to watch this war and just be like, dang.
Yeah.
No, it ends with this place going out.
You see that meme where it shows a person look like they toting back a beer or something on a sinking
boat,
on a sinking ship,
Yeah,
a
it's
sinking
American-
yacht or whatever it was,
Yeah,
and that boat was
sinking.
supposed to symbolize America.
Yeah. Americans. and
So
then
Americans, they
sit back,
while your government is just pretty much
sinking this place.
sinking this place,
Yep.
you still seeking after your pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still seeking Brandon Circus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jake focused on T.I. and 50 Cent.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
They still talking about Jordan and LeBron, bro. This shit is 9 years old, bro. Or whatever. 6, 7 years old.
Well, Iran, they got missiles capable of reaching America, so.
Yep.
And to your point, there's a recent post that said China calls for China calls for an immediate ceasefire following the U.S. and Israel attacks on Iran.
of course.
Yeah, because now they gotta get involved. Now they used to just puffing all that smoke. What is that?
Ain't no ceasefire.
Nah. This
Hey,
is go time.
The last few times Israel had a ceasefire with was it Lebanon?
They didn't
I think it
stop.
might have been Lebanon. The motherfuckers resumed firing on them and killing them
The same day.
in the midst of talks. They was talking about we'll honor a ceasefire. We'll talk about it.
They did that with Iran.
Yeah,
they did it with Iran too.
Yeah, this is what they move.
They said they had a ceasefire.
So you want to break them on a timeout?
These nations are still acting. I don't know.
Nah, man.
All that
Scary
y'all
ass.
got, man. Don't start acting scary now, man.
Man.
It's time for y'all to start moving, getting active.
Hey, who said it, man? Damn, it was a saying. I can't remember who said it, but it was a saying that goes something to this effect. Like, hey, you can't expect to knock nobody out and not get hit. You're gonna have to get hit, bro. You're in the fight. You're gonna have to get hit. If you don't, they're gonna knock you out.
Hell yeah.
You want to throw
You
something?
got at least. That's what I'm saying. You gotta throw some.
Right.
You got to. You're gonna get hit, but you gotta throw.
Yep.
You
Yes,
just
devil
they too
eat.
busy looking around. Who else is swing? I couldn't be the only one. Nah, be the only one.
Yep.
If it take that, that's what's gonna get other people the heart to swing on you, on him, to jump in with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't be
Scary ass.
cowards in a time of war.
Hey, y'all helped us not. We would have jumped in right now because ancient Egypt knew. Unless a war break out, we would have hopped in. We would have hopped in by now if we had our own army. We don't. But guess what? We'd have been on their neck. We are on their neck anyway. But at the same time, we don't have a standing physical army, a military. So where y'all at? So where the rest of y'all that's supposed to jump in at? Lord gonna make you jump. Ezekiel 38.
Yeah.
Put hooks into thy jaws and make them jump in and fight.
Yeah, right now it seems to be more theater, but it depends on what not only just Iran but their allies is based on what they do next.
If this was WWE, they just brought the chair out to the cage match, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the table, the Undertaker just entered the arena. Like it just changed.
Mhm.
You know, shit just went different though.
Yeah.
Still a lot of talk up there, but shit, the energy changed.
Yeah, it feels different than the last time Iran attacked Israel. They were going back and forth.
That was in June.
Yeah, see, it feels different. It feels like, okay, if you know, it really feels like Iran is they not gonna stop.
This could
You
lead
can't.
up. This could lead up to like a Cuban style crisis,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cuban Missile Crisis type thing.
somebody need to jump in, man. Quit playing.
Where nuclear missiles might be threatened.
Yeah,
You know,
I need something.
Pocket
I need
nuke or something.
Yeah, I need something big.
I'm tired of going to work, man. Lock the shit down.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's also speculation that this could be a time where the sleeper cells can start
Yeah,
activating.
let's go.
All the motherfuckers that
Hey,
they let in.
Hey, it ain't us.
Yeah.
It ain't us. So if it's y'all, go do it.
Right.
Another thing, you brother mentioned the sleeper cells. This is the time that Esau could use a false flag attack and obviously blame Iran for that. You know,
Perfect timing.
perfect timing. It's
Yeah.
a perfect time for a lot of things.
Yeah, let's
To
do
have
it. I mean, the fats are overflowing, bro. Like, let's do it. Let's get the fuck out of here. And I was telling brother a moment ago, like all week, I hate the small hat, bro.
Oh, man.
Like their energy just pissed me off. And just all week, I've just been just agitated by the thought of them, the sound of them. I seen the Syrian Hebrew and got pissed. You know, just like random shit, bro. Just like on site. They all in the grocery store. Man,
Well, you know the Most High. If the Most High say that this is a nation that I will have war from generation to generation forever, then that let you know all you need to know.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
The Most High has it out with them.
Right. And I'll trust in the Most High's timing, and that I know he's gonna get it done. But
He's long suffering.
it's timing, but
He's a
I'm
perfect. They're
as a
perfect
human, I'm
devils.
tired though.
And he has to be long suffering.
Yeah, to let it all unfold.
Just to let it all go.
Yeah,
You know.
I get it.
That's what it's boiled down to. Somebody got something?
I had a quick title of an article.
15.
I still have Joel too.
Yeah, we need to get that Joel. But let me read the title of this real quick. The brother sent the article. I don't know if y'all seen it. It says this was by Middle East Monitor, right? It says Turkey as Israel's next Iran.
See.
A strategic rivalry reconsidered. They still want it.
They're already thinking of who they're gonna demonize after Iran,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to go to war with.
Yeah,
But-
that's Gomer and Ezekiel 38.
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
I just got a notification. We also, I think, was it Pakistan and
Afghanistan.
Yep.
Afghanistan, which
Yeah, they beefing.
people don't consider those countries, but I think one of those is nuclear powered. Like they have missiles.
Pakistan is backed by the U.S. by the
They
way.
just declared like war on the other side. You know, like so. This is like major conflicts, wars are starting worldwide, man.
And remember, Afghanistan got all the America's weapons when
Oh, yeah.
Biden pulled them
We
out.
left,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
left them over there.
22 or 23 or something
Yeah.
like that.
We left all that over there.
So Afghanistan, they're a power now. Man.
Yeah.
I got a quick update. It says a few hours after Iran's large-scale operation against America's bases in the region, Donald Trump conveyed a message to Tehran through Italy calling for an immediate ceasefire.
Surrender, basically.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
like why start the shit and you can't,
He telling them that they stop and we're gonna level up.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. He's really saying.
But how you gonna start a fight and then tell them, "Hey, you don't fight me back, or it's gonna get."
That's what they wanted. That's what their deal.
That's a small help move right there.
That's some bully shit, man.
Yeah.
That's a straight up bully.
That's
shit.
what-
I'm gonna hit you again.
I'm
Like, nigga, these ain't haymakers, but I'm fighting back though.
That was part of the negotiations. It's like, okay, you can't have weapons that can reach us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So in other words, we want to be able to hit you, but we don't want you to hit us back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They how did they say it go? They scream in pain as they strike you.
yeah. But
Yeah.
that's a shitty deal, man. Who would agree to that?
Yeah. Just let you get socked and you can't do nothing about it.
Right.
Hey, the first thing I'm thinking is, all right, you go on and hit me whatever you got, but I'm gonna knock this little nigga over here out.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to close his fuck. I'm about to knock his teeth out, break his nose.
Mhm.
Fuck that shit. You gonna whoop my ass, you might even kill me, but this nigga ain't walking away without a black eye or something.
They gotta feel like.
I think that's what they have no choice but to do that.
If I was Iran, just keep unloading on
Just tear
their ass.
their asses up.
Yeah.
Just keep, you can't really fuck with America. And then somebody, come on China, come on Russia, come on somebody
That's
out
when it'll
there.
become a regional war then.
Yeah.
If America directly attacks Russia and China, they're gonna have to step in.
Mm-hmm.
If America directly gets involved, it's up.
Yeah.
You know, right now I believe America is just overseeing the operation being carried out through the IDF,
Yeah.
the Israeli forces. You know, whatever U.S. has supplied them with, they're using it against Iran. They're able to intercept, you know, certain missiles or whatever. But let America directly strike into them.
Yeah.
You know, that's when China and Russia, they're gonna have to stop with this ceasefire shit
Yeah,
and
by the
actually
way,
get directly involved.
was it who's that? As you posted that phosphorus bombs that they was hitting Ukraine with?
Oh no, I didn't post that.
So,
Russia
that was
just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Russia's hitting, like, there's a lot of major conflict in the earth right now.
yeah.
Like, hey, y'all warmed up. Leroy, you warmed up yet? Like, let's go. You niggas is warmed up out here.
Yo,
You know, I'm saying that because I'm hastening to get this over, man, get to the next stage. But saying like, damn, let's get it popping.
it seems like Russia's putting the finishing touches on Ukraine now.
Yep.
Like, okay.
Yep.
Because soon they're gonna fight NATO.
Yep.
They're gonna have to move on to the Iran-Israel conflict. You know, so
Is that now bringing in chess? Was that play
So I
chess?
gotta stick that.
I gotta go and X that. I gotta get that as a little pawn or that rook out of the way.
yeah,
I gotta X him out of the way so he don't come to bite me back in the ass later. So I can focus on the main issue. I don't really want to lose nothing, but I need to address him and get him squared away so I can just put all my focus and all my energy toward what the real powerhouses out here on this board is doing.
Yeah.
You know, because Ukraine was a pawn now. They're just out there, just a threat that's just sitting there, just enough to let America or the West in to get an advantage over Russia. Now square that off, open up that space, and give you some yard to you know some space to square off, but finish that shit up. And that's all happening today. All that's the Pakistan Afghanistan thing is today. Russia, Ukraine is going on today, and then of course Iran and Israel is going on today. Like literally the 28th of February, 2026.
And that's it's the spirit of war.
Mm-hmm.
We're just in that time, man. And Esau, he happens to have what it takes to keep that war going in the earth. That's why, as long as this devil's in power, there won't be any peace anytime soon. Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another.
Yeah.
And there was given unto him a great sword.
Oh yeah.
You know, so he gonna, as long as he's here, he gonna continue to wield that bad boy. He
The
gonna continue
Lord,
to
the
use
Lord
it.
knew who to get a sword to.
Yep.
And he was gonna do the right thing with it, you know. But he got him on the. Not yet. Hey, calm down. Not yet. Not yet. I'll let you know when to take your move to make your greatest kill move, but not yet. But you got it though.
Yep.
Yeah, let's let this brother read his, and then we can tie it all in to the major cited Joel.
Second Measures 15-28 said, "Behold, a horrible vision."
And I'm sorry, because this is all gonna bring you into what you just read about the red horse. Because the red horse is gonna prevail over all of this at the end of the day. Yeah, go ahead, you got it.
Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, when the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
Yep, they coming out with them chariots. What is gonna say more than that? Their shields and all that. You got it, bro.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
They're talking about all their armory, all their military, whatever they got in the clip. They need to start. They starting to move it on out the bunkers, man, out the hangars.
Yep.
Just bring it all out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Come on, man. Bring all this stuff out. Let's go. And you know we're cheering for this because as we read in Joel the 3rd chapter at the top, we get free. But if this big prison riot is about to get us free off this place, man.
Yeah, it's the only way for us to enter into an age where a Yahushua and righteousness is ruling upon the earth.
Right.
Two kingdoms can't rule simultaneously, man. And so as the scripture says, this place has to go down with fire, man.
Right.
Verse 30. Also the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood.
Carmenians is the Iranians.
Yep.
Persians, as they're called in Ezekiel the 38th chapter.
Okay.
They've been known by these ancient names.
And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. The Assyrians talking about America.
Yep.
You know, they got all the bases around there.
Yep.
You know?
Y'all seen the map with they're everywhere, that whole southern coast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
They got that whole, they just don't have what they're trying to get. They're just across the, what is that, the Red Sea? What sea is that? It's the red, huh? What sea is that right
What
there?
is that?
The Gulf of,
The Persian Gulf.
yeah.
I gotta look at the map again, but they on that whole Qatar and all of that, they all on that whole side.
Kuwait,
Yep, they got that whole side lined up.
Oman.
Yep, right across from Iran. They up there trying to line up against Iran, really.
So all them American bases, you know, that's basically the land, you know, that's the land of our Assyrians, the bases over there, man.
Yep.
And America is primarily the land of Syrians, but you got the extension bases over there that represents America, American military, man.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting leveled right now.
Yep.
Those bases.
Yeah, Persian Gulf,
All
Gulf
got
of
him.
Red Sea. Yep.
They say, and the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
Yeah.
Being the
With
wild
the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Hey, because they don't. And one thing about Ishmael, this motherfucker's wild, bro. This mother don't care. He'll kamikaze, bro. He don't care. All for righteousness, you know, for the greater good, I should say. Can't say righteousness, but for the greater good, he'll off himself.
Yeah, when you live in the desert and fresh water is scarce, you know, you begin to get tough. You know?
Yeah.
Also, like in the wintertime when you know them Galites up in Alaska, and also the Russians, they live in a cold climate. They rough, man.
Make you a different spirit on you.
But also what helps is seeing your children get blown up.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. They've been watching it since October 7th.
They've been living it.
Yeah, they've been living it and even longer, but yeah.
These people wonder, why are these so radicalized? You know, why are these people so? Yeah, let's see your children get fucking blown up. Let's see how you react.
Yep.
You're gonna do anything to try to get back at the enemy.
Yeah, whoever did it to you.
It's common sense.
Mhm. We've watched movies that did this. You know, John Q was a mild movie. A Time to Kill was a mild movie. about it. Okay, about that type of spirit. They had it on other people, but we know what who was I thinking? I think Stone Cold had a movie like that. There's a bunch of white actors that have movies like that, and the lengths that they'll go to protect their children. You know, and what they'll do. And you guys back those. If you put a badge or a flag on this dude's sleeve, and it's all good. It's not a problem. Okay, but you don't look at what your country has done to these other people's countries, man.
Right.
Starting with all provoked by the damn small hat in the region that has nothing to do with you, particularly supposedly nothing to do with you over there. Okay, so you're just making a play for them, and all of a sudden, October 7th, they had all these guns and weapons and snuck in. These motherfuckers had rocks for 40 years.
Right.
The whole time. You stole their land and left them with rocks. You done got a military and got all kinds of weapons and been bombing them, and you expect them to not want to fight back. You know the history on what happened in that region. You know? And you think these people ain't gonna fight back? When is enough of them? When are you Edomites ever gonna say, damn, we have been doing some fucked up shit? We know you're never gonna say that about yourself.
Never.
You're just gonna continue to pillage and just destroy, steal, rape, rob, murder.
That's a Habakkuk.
Yep.
Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2, and we get it in
Yeah,
the, I'll get it in the NLT.
I want to say grape gatherers, when they have left some gleaning grapes, these motherfuckers is insatiable.
Habakkuk 2 and 4.
The NLT, right?
It says, look at the proud. They trust in themselves, and their lives are crooked, but the righteous will live by their faithfulness to the Most High.
Yep.
Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied.
Yeah.
And their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed many peoples.
They don't care. They're just gonna keep going. They're just gonna keep going until they feel it. They're never gonna have enough. That's why if you other nations hear us, if you don't fight back now, we know what's supposed to happen. But just tell it to you because you don't know. If you don't fight back now, they're gonna just keep going nation to nation. Your brother nation that's the next door, they're gonna go to them next, and then the next one, and then the next one. They're just gonna keep going until they got it all. Until you're completely extinct off the planet. They did it to the animals.
Yeah.
Do you think they don't mind doing it to you? They trying to do it to the Negro, Latino, Native American. Look around.
They want just enough humans on the earth to serve them. That's why the population, those Georgia stones, right? Stones.
Yep.
Which said they would want to reduce the population from billions to 500 million.
That ain't them. They want to reduce everybody but themselves.
Exactly. So it's
And,
easier to
and,
control.
and Delane and Jeff is gonna be hanging out still, man. Throwing parties.
So that's the plan. It doesn't end with Iran. These people, they're parasites, man. They leech. They take hold of another host. Just like they're pretty much they know that this is their last chance to use America too. To go ahead and attack another country because the people here, for the most part, people here don't believe the narrative anymore. They're opposed to this shit, man.
Yeah, we're catching on because now you got the internet. Now everything is recorded, and you got people actually speaking out against the falsehood that's being professed, and they're telling you the real that's going on.
Like they're supposed to be hitting so-called military targets, government buildings. They hitting elementary schools or all girls schools, and that it not just goes. It's like the brother said. It goes on the internet. So how do you think American people are looking at that? The ones that have some sense, like, damn, that's what we doing?
That's supposed to be a violation of international war kind of crimes, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna enforce that?
On a low level, like when it comes to the niggas in the hood, it was at one point it was some kind of
the hood thing that you couldn't do. That.
Morale.
Yeah.
You can't
get
touch
moms,
kids. Anybody that's not involved in this, leave them out of it.
You know, those hit houses in your neighborhood,
Yep.
shit like that.
Verse 6 it says, and this is in the NASB 20, verse 6 it says, will all of these not take up a song of ridicule against them, even a saying and insinuations against them, and say, woe to him who increases what is not his, for how long, and makes himself rich with debts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this time, the money's collapsing too. By the way, watch, like the brother was alluded to earlier. The debt ceiling is gonna keep going. It's gonna have to collapse and hyperinflate because of all of this. Because they got to move a lot of money around, toward a lot of resources to fight these things. Because it ain't even if it drop off, it ain't gonna end. Even if it died down, when they say peace and safety, it's gonna still escalate again.
Yeah, it ain't gonna go away. It ain't gonna be no type of peace treaty or speaking of peace, didn't Trump just come with some peace pact shit? Border peace?
Yeah, which is basically just them expanding their power.
Right.
There ain't nothing peaceful about
I
that.
don't know, but border peace last month and this month, you're going to jointly attack us about it.
And it says right there, makes himself rich with debts. We know that this man has gotten riches by deceit, man. You know, he's by it because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another, right?
Yeah.
The whole world is aware of what this man has been doing now.
Yep.
How he these oligarchs, these small hats, how they control and monopolize every damn thing, and therefore exploit the labor of the people, man, the poor. You know, that's why it says that the laborers, right? The wicked shall come upon them, man. People are slowly, surely.
But these sanctions are making these other people poor as well.
Slowly but surely.
It ain't just the niggas now.
People are they're gonna rise up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see, pushback. It's gonna start with, worldwide protests.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure even in the land, the small hats, some of them are gonna be opposed to it, so they're gonna be protesting. It's gonna be anti-war protests, but guess what? You're not gonna stop the bankers from making their money. This is a banker. This is all banker, hands-on banker activity.
All wars are bankers' wars.
That's it. This is how they get their increase their wealth. This is how the ungodly prosper. They increase in riches. This is part of how they do it.
They control both sides.
Control both sides, man. And then give to you a currency that's based on basically unjust weight, unjust balance, man.
And the small hat, he hates the American Christian, man.
Yeah.
He hates the American Edomite. So they
rabbis say that the Edomites here in America, the Christians, they're Esau.
Mm-hmm.
They say that.
They hate the Christian. They show that hate in Russia and what's it called, when the Lenin and them were in charge, right before I think World War II or some World War I, right after in that area, that time frame. Yeah. They slaughtered millions of Edomite Christians, man. Okay, yeah. When the small hat was in charge over there during when they were communists, and they have the same plans here. They have the camps ready. We can't forget about the concentration camps. Supposedly they have incinerators in them now. They're So you don't want to fight our war? Well, we're gonna starve you. Yep. We're gonna make your life a living hell if you don't want to fight our wars.
And eat pawns, man.
I forgot where I seen it, but to your point, I forget who said it too. They said, but when the time of the draft comes around, those who don't want to fight, they're gonna be reduced to a very humiliating condition.
Yeah.
You can only imagine what that means.
They're gonna starve you, man.
Turn off your chip. Nothing.
Yep. It says, verse 7, it says, will your creditors not rise up suddenly, and those who collect from you awaken? Indeed, you will become plunder for them. Since you have looted many nations, all the rest of the peoples will loot you. Because of human bloodshed and violence done to the land, to the town and all its inhabitants, woe to him who makes evil profit for his household, households of the Rothschilds and all those other banking families, to put his nest on high, to be saved from the hand of catastrophe. So they try to use their security and their wealth to hide from the judgment. That's why they, try to go deep underground. They got their doomsday planes, stuff like that. It says, you have planned a shameful thing for your house by bringing many peoples to an end. So you are sinning against yourself. Yeah, how many countries you done destroyed? How many civilians have to die? You done got Libya, you know what I'm saying?
Millions.
You got Syria. You got Yemen for a while, but they came back, right? Iraq, and now Iran is like one of the last ones on your hit list. So you trying to bring an end to them, but it ain't gonna end the way you think it's gonna end, because they're gonna be instrumental in prophecy. All right.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yep.
Talking about the leaks, right? Isaiah 14 and 11 said that pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Yeah. How thou art cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations.
Yep. And after the Lord pretty much bring forth, this war, and with America being destroyed, that's ultimately when your power leaves. You no longer are in power once Babylon is destroyed. So you're gonna be, cut down, back into the dust, and that's what this is going into. You done fell from paradise. You done fell from rulership, dominance. You had all this power, all this wealth. You dictated all the policies on earth. You controlled all of the global monetary system, all the resources.
Yo, drunk on power, man. That's a power trip.
Yeah.
With this devil, man. He feels untouchable.
Yeah.
We seen that in with just regular combat sports when a certain fighter, a certain boxer, he gets to a point where it's like, who can beat this dude?
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody needs to fucking beat this guy. He's fucking everybody up. And so that's how this devil is feeling, man. He's feeling himself. Okay. Hey, I could take over. Who can stop me? I could take over the whole world.
You're gonna be God.
Trump always says that. We got the best missiles. We got the greatest ships. The greatest this. Nobody can mess with us. I have the power to destroy any country.
Yep.
Boasting. Always talking like that, man. So, the Lord's going to put an end to that.
Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High.
and yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
hmm That's how proud he is. He actually think he got a chance
Yeah.
with against Yahweh by Shimmy outside, man.
I said, woe unto you that's striving with his maker.
Now
Woe
read
unto
these
him that's
next.
striving with his maker.
Now read these next two verses. That they shall, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is when they finally be brought down to earth. You know, people when you finally see them in their vulnerability, because you know right now they're used to being in secret places. You know, nobody have access to them. They're secured and protected.
Yeah.
You know, and they got all type of material resources stored up. All type of gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they got it right now. But once the Most High bring these nations down and bring Babylon down, what do you got left?
Yeah.
You're left vulnerable. Now we can narrowly look upon your ass. It was you the whole time? Oh hell no.
This is the main.
This is the man that caused all this on the earth. That's when we're gonna really get them in his, when they're back to that base man estate,
Back to balance.
you know.
Yeah. That was,
They're gonna be reduced back to what they're supposed to be,
yeah.
peasants.
On their belly.
Footstool.
On their belly, eating up dust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
I got two actually. I'm gonna give first. I'm gonna get Ezekiel 28 and verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slaved thee, I am a God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slaved thee.
The Lord cut off, all your power,
Yeah.
your military might, your left hand power,
Deception.
the
Yeah.
power of your left hand priesthood, the demons that you conjure up,
Yeah.
through black magic and sacrifice, witchcraft, sorcery.
Yeah, basically your tongue is not going to be effective anymore
Right.
Yeah.
to deceive the nations.
Perfect.
Everybody gonna finally see you for the devil that you are,
Right.
So
and you're gonna be powerless too.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna fear you. You know, and to fear nobody getting close to a button so that they can shoot a drone or missile or something like that. All that's gonna be done.
Turn your
plowshares and
yeah,
Turn your pruning hooks
Swords
into
and
swords into plowshares,
yeah, opposite.
spears into pruning hooks.
Yeah, that's in Isaiah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I had a precept. Someone has some. You have some?
Alright, real quick.
Yeah.
Obadiah, we'll start at the top, but this is in the GNT. It says, this is the prophecy of Obadiah, what the sovereign Lord Yahweh said about the nation of Edom. Yahweh has sent his messenger to the nations, and we have heard his message. Get ready, let us go to war against Edom. Yahweh says to Edom, I will make you weak. Everyone will despise you. Your pride has deceived you. Your capital is a fortress of solid rock. Your home is high in the mountains. And so you say to yourself, who can ever pull me down? Even though you make your home as high as an eagle's nest, so that it seems to be among the stars, yet I will pull you down.
And you're in that process of being pulled down, because every day, you're it's always new information exposing you. Even if it's some of your own, whistleblowing, you're getting exposed every day, and it's increasing the tension where more and more nations, they ain't trying to fuck with you like that. they're despising you more and more.
They see that you into all types of shit. You conflicts over here, conflicts over here.
Yeah.
But they wanna, oh, they make a deal with us. You know, let's be friends. Like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. That's what these nations, the sentiment that these nations gonna have.
Yeah, because you can't trust them. You know, there's no deal. How do you make a deal?
Right.
You're making a deal with the devil.
Name one nation. Name one nation that America hasn't dealt screwed over, pretty much,
That's
one way or another. Right. I had Nahum 3. We spoke about Esau being exposed. 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will discover thy skirts upon thy face. I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comfortless? Whence shall I seek comforters for thee?
Yeah, which that happened, with the fall of ancient Nineveh. But you can apply it to Babylon, modern day Nineveh.
Same spirit, same pride.
Yep.
Which is Assyria.
Yeah.
Yep. So this place is on its way out. And the scripture saying before destruction,
Pride.
the heart of man is haughty. So you're gonna go from feeling invincible and at the highest position, known to man, and then eventually you're gonna meet your fall, and it's gonna be real hard, man. The world's gonna get to see that. All right, but these other nations, they gonna get lined up too.
Yeah.
Remember, going back to Joel, the Lord is gathering you nations to pour upon you with His indignation, because you scattered the Lord's people and you parted His land.
Yeah. You all had a part in our slavery.
And you sold us across the waters,
Or funny.
or funded it.
Yeah.
You exploited us. You built your empires off of enslaving us. The Lord ain't forget what you Ishmaelites, what you did. So that's why part of your judgment is you getting destroyed over there. Amalek is tearing your asses up. But at the end of the day, the Most High he's lining all you nations up. All right. So that thorough woe it comes quickly. But right now, it could be theater of war right now. They could probably just be carrying this out to further collapse the system. You know what I'm saying, and roll the MOTB out, and then that's when it's really gonna just escalate from there. Right. That's all that's all we waiting on is that, and then you're gonna officially, it's gonna be direct war. All right, and then of course they're gonna persecute the men of the Lord. When all we've been doing this whole time was warning you about the shit that's happening. They're gonna make us into terrorists for telling them that war and evil and pestilence is what you gotta deal with.
If I become your enemy.
Because I tell you the truth. Hey, but we welcome that, man. But this place is through.
Yeah, that's the part of the scriptures we gotta eat and swallow.
That's the bitter.
That's the bitter part. We gotta go through that to get to the kingdom.
Yeah.
So ain't no other way around it.
Yep. Let me get this one in Second Esdras real quick. Second Esdras. 24, and I'll start at 26. It says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. So we can't wait, for that shift. And these wars and rumors of wars and the travail, the birth pains, this is part of that shift.
Right.
All right. It says that we can't even comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come.
Yeah, the scriptures gave us an insight of what the kingdom gonna look like. Tobit 13, Revelation 21, 22. Well, it's Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Isaiah was 11.
Yep.
So we at least got that, insights, what the kingdom gonna look like.
Tobit 13.
Yeah, it's Tobit 13. You can read it if you want.
Now we jump down to 37. It says, by measure have ye measured the times, and by number have ye numbered the times. And he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
That's right.
So, we can't rush prophecy. We want this to be like, when we woke up to this news, it definitely, we get amped up when we see it, but we still got to put everything in perspective.
Yeah,
We know in part and we prophesy in part. So I'm pretty sure there's other things that has to snowball, before we, get to that final moment. All right. But until then, we're still in that phase of wars and rumors of wars, but we're still building up to that third war.
Yeah.
It's still coming quickly.
Yeah, ultimately, Yahweh Shemashah just set forth this as a catalyst to fulfill prophecy, man.
That's it.
Right? Because we've hit a check. Once you hit a certain checkpoint, there's no turning back, man.
That's it.
So that's how the Lord is organizing it.
That's it. He's call for something or
God is Nahum 3:19, and it reads, there is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually? So the nations are sick of it, as the scripture say. The nations are mad. So ultimately, the Lord is going to allow this to propel into just the destruction of this place, man. Fire and brimstone. The same judgment that was likened into Sodom and Gomorrah. Babylon has to face it.
And if you go to the comment sections on all these videos that are popping up, literally everybody's clapping for Iran, bro. Everybody's cheering for Iran to bomb the shit out of the small hats and put in some work, man. Everybody's tired and fed up with these people. So how much more when the actual destruction comes? People are going to be celebrating.
the only ones that's going to be wailing and weeping is the merchants.
Yeah.
Those who stem the gain from doing business with Babylon. But hey, we definitely gonna rejoice. Was that in Proverbs 11 and 10? It basically says there's
Shouting.
you're shouting,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do that on the ship.
Revelation 15, you should sing the song of Moses.
Yeah.
It is
Rejoicing.
Proverbs 11 and 10. It says, when it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting.
Yep. We're gonna celebrate too. Like I'm happy for what happened to was that yesterday or late last night, early this morning. I'm happy to that, man. I'll toast to that. You know what I'm saying? But we just still gotta stand up on our watch, and see what befalls. We can't be distracted. Can't be overcharged. With the cares of this life. We gotta definitely be on guard, man.
That shouting is a mournful cry, wailing.
Hey, man.
Wicked perish, they're gonna be mourning.
Yeah.
Wailing.
So, this is all gonna lead to the downfall of Babylon, okay? And them small hats, they gonna, it's a pest, there's a heavy pest problem over there. The Lord, he gonna fix it.
Right, just like Yahweh Shah said, man, the end is not by and by. When you start seeing these things from the past, yeah, we get excited. We understand it's just another step. We just another step closer to that comes out. It's a lot of things that that still have to take place, but the things that's happening, they're irreversible. They still, they're still leading towards the things that we're looking forward to.
Oh yeah, this is good news.
It's not happening
This
for
is
no
good
reason.
news. This is better than no news and just again the stock market. Oh no, we're talking about war.
And that's what you're gonna pretty much see, like all the news coverage is all they're gonna be covering right now.
Yeah.
Alright?
Really
No
just-
more Epstein stuff, that's, nobody talking, just that quick,
Yep. All it took.
That's all it took, man.
Hey, brother just showed me an article that said Yemen just decided, or they just announced that they're gonna be getting involved in the war too. So we gonna see how it goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
They for a while they declared war against Israel. They just never really had no backing and no real. They didn't see them as a real threat.
They're an Iranian proxy. Basically, they're propped up by Iran.
Yeah, the Houthi
Mhm.
rebels.
But now the shift is like, okay, Israel got to focus on Iran, so it just gives an opportunity for all these other smaller groups, what they call non-state actors, to, hey, do some damage too. Shit, get it in.
Yep. Y'all got anything else? That's it. All right, so Lord willing, y'all were edified, and may hey, I hope Trump I want this shit to escalate, man.
Yeah, he can't go. He can't. But you can't
Yeah.
de-escalate.
He can't go to peace after this.
Yeah, you can't de-escalate this, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
go all the way.
Yeah, it's that time, man. All right, so hey, with that, we're gonna give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, the ones to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. As always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. We'll say shalom.
So